Imagine waking up tomorrow with the ability to write professional code, create entire online courses, design marketing campaigns, and even build software applications without any prior experience. Sounds impossible? What if I told you millions of people are already doing this right now, and most of them started just like you, with zero technical skills? There's a tool that hit 1 million users in just 5 days. Netflix took 3 years to reach that milestone. Instagram took 2.5 months. This tool is revolutionizing how ordinary people create extraordinary income streams. The question isn't whether artificial intelligence will change your financial future. The question is, will you be the one profiting from it, or will you watch from the sidelines while others build wealth? In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how everyday people are turning ChatGPT into a money printing machine, and more importantly, how you can start today. Before we dive deep, if you're serious about building real wealth and want implementation-focused content that actually changes lives, hit that follow button for Millionaire Playbook right now. This channel is dedicated to turning knowledge into action and viewers into successful entrepreneurs. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. Understanding the ChatGPT revolution. Let me start by putting this in perspective. When ChatGPT launched, it didn't just break records, it shattered them. The author of this book, Neil Dagger, recognized something profound. We're witnessing the fastest technology adoption in human history. But here's what most people miss. Speed of adoption means speed of opportunity. Right now, we're in that golden window where the tool is powerful enough to create real value, but early enough that markets aren't saturated. The fundamental lesson here is simple but life-changing. ChatGPT isn't just a chatbot, it's a skill multiplier. Think about what limits most people from making money online. Lack of writing ability, no coding knowledge, can't create marketing copy, don't understand SEO, afraid of video scripting. ChatGPT eliminates every single one of these barriers. The core philosophy, from tool to companion. Here's a critical mindset shift the book emphasizes. Most people treat ChatGPT like a search engine. They ask a question, get an answer, and leave. This is leaving 90% of the value on the table. The real power comes from treating ChatGPT as a collaborative partner. You're not just extracting information, you're building context, refining outputs, and creating professional-grade work through conversation. Let me explain how this works in practice. When you ask ChatGPT to write a blog post, the first output might be decent but generic. But when you follow up with, "Make this funnier," then add more specific examples, then rewrite in the style of a particular author, you're sculpting the content into something unique and valuable. This iterative approach is what separates people making a few dollars from those building sustainable income streams. Mastering the Act As framework. The book reveals one of the most powerful techniques, the Act As prompt. This is genuinely game-changing. Instead of asking ChatGPT general questions, you assign it a specific professional role. The difference in output quality is dramatic. For example, compare these two approaches. Generic prompt, write an email to get clients. Act As prompt, I want you to act as a sales expert with 20 years of experience in cold outreach. You understand psychology, persuasion, and building relationships. Write a cold outreach email for my estate agency targeting prospective landlords that builds trust and encourages a response. The second approach gives you professional-level content because you've given ChatGPT professional-level context. The book provides over 150 Act-As prompts for different scenarios. This alone could transform your freelancing career overnight. Building multiple income streams. Now let's get into the practical money-making strategies. The book breaks these down into 3 major categories: passive income, productivity enhancement, and freelancing. I'm going to walk you through each one with actionable implementation steps. Passive income stream 1, ebooks. Here's the reality about ebook publishing. The biggest barrier has always been content creation. Writing a quality ebook takes months of work. With ChatGPT, this timeline collapses to days or even hours. But here's the critical part most people miss. You can't just generate a book in one prompt and expect success. The proper system works like this. First, you identify a profitable niche. ChatGPT helps you research trending topics with low competition. Let's say you choose digital detox and travel. Next, you create a detailed book outline with multiple chapters. Then, and this is crucial, you break each chapter into sections and generate content piece by piece, refining as you go. This systematic approach produces professional quality content, but here's where it gets even better. Once you have the manuscript, ChatGPT writes your book description for Amazon Kindle, creates marketing emails, generates Twitter announcements, and even suggests optimal pricing based on market research. You've just created a complete product with a marketing system in a fraction of the traditional time. Implementation plan for ebooks. Start this week by spending 1 hour researching niches using ChatGPT. Ask it, what are profitable, underserved book topics with high demand but low competition? Pick one that genuinely interests you because you'll work with it for several days. Day 2, create your complete book outline. Day 3 through 7, write 2 chapters per day using the iterative method I described. Day 8, compile and edit for consistency. Day 9, create all marketing materials. Day 10, publish on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. That's 10 days from idea to published book. Traditional publishing, 6 to 12 months minimum. Passive income stream 2, YouTube content. YouTube remains one of the most lucrative passive income sources because your video library continues generating ad revenue for years. The problem, most people freeze at scripting. They don't know what to say, how to structure content, or how to keep viewers engaged. ChatGPT solves this completely. The book shows you how to generate video topics with high search volume and low competition. Then it demonstrates creating full video scripts with proper hooks, engagement points, and calls to action. But here's the advanced technique. You don't create just one video. You ask ChatGPT to generate a script, then say, now repurpose this into a Twitter thread. Then create Instagram captions for this topic. Then write a LinkedIn post about this. From one piece of research, you've created content for 4 platforms. This is how professional content creators work, and now you can do it too. The implementation approach. Choose your niche. Use ChatGPT to generate 20 video ideas. Rank them by your interest and potential value. Create scripts for the top 5. Record them all at once using the scripts. While those videos publish and gain traction, create the next batch. Passive income stream 3, online courses. Online education is a billion-dollar industry, and ChatGPT makes course creation accessible to everyone. The traditional barrier was expertise. You needed to be a recognized expert. But here's the truth. You don't need to be the world's leading authority. You just need to know more than your target student and present information clearly. ChatGPT helps you structure professional courses even in subjects where you're learning alongside your students. The book demonstrates creating a complete retirement planning course. Watch the process. ChatGPT generates 5 potential course topics in personal finance. You select retirement planning. It creates a detailed course structure with 4 main sections, each containing multiple lectures and quizzes. You then generate content for each lecture, create quiz questions with multiple choice answers, and develop supplementary materials. The key insight here is context building. Every time you ask ChatGPT to create the next lecture, it remembers the previous ones and maintains consistency. You're building a coherent educational product, not random disconnected videos. Real application steps. Identify what you know well enough to teach. It doesn't need to be exotic. Basic Excel skills, meal planning, time management, these all have markets. Spend 2 hours with ChatGPT outlining a complete 10-lesson course. Next 3 days, create 2 lessons daily with scripts and supplementary PDFs. Day 6, create all quiz content. Day 7, record videos using a simple setup, even just screen recording with your voice. Day 8, upload to Udemy or Teachable. Now you have an asset that generates income while you sleep. Passive income stream 4, software and applications. This is where things get truly revolutionary. The book demonstrates creating a complete browser extension with zero coding knowledge. Most people think software creation requires years of programming education. ChatGPT destroys this assumption. Here's the exact process the author used. He asked ChatGPT, "Please write the code for a Chrome extension that blocks distracting websites and helps users stay focused." ChatGPT generated 5 complete files: the manifest.json, background.js, popup.html, popup.js, and options.html. Then, because he didn't know what to do next, he simply asked, "Now what do I do to make this a working extension?" ChatGPT provided step-by-step installation instructions. The extension worked perfectly. The author then asked how to add features, how to package it for the Chrome Web Store, and how to create versions for Firefox and Safari. One person, no coding knowledge, created a multi-platform software product in under an hour. The implementation strategy. Identify a simple problem people would pay to solve. Maybe it's a calculator tool, a time tracker, a habit logger. Describe exactly what you want to ChatGPT. Ask it to write the code. Follow its instructions to make it work. Test thoroughly. Ask ChatGPT how to fix any bugs. Once it works, ask how to publish it to relevant marketplaces. Price it reasonably, maybe $3 to $10. Market it through the content you're already creating with ChatGPT. Supercharging your freelance income. Now let's talk about immediate income. Passive streams are excellent, but they take time to build momentum. Freelancing with ChatGPT enhancement provides instant revenue. The book analyzes actual Fiverr pricing to show the opportunity. A 1,000-word SEO blog post, $200, delivered in 4 days. With ChatGPT, you create this in 30 minutes. A 12-chapter book outline, $75, 3-day delivery. You generate this in 5 minutes. A 40,000-word ghostwritten ebook, $2,100. With the systematic approach I showed you, this takes maybe 20 focused hours instead of 2 months. Translation services are particularly interesting. ChatGPT handles language translation rapidly and accurately. The critical caveat: you must be fluent in both languages for editing and quality control. If you are bilingual, this becomes incredibly profitable. 3,000 words English to Spanish, $160. Time required with ChatGPT, under an hour. The freelance multiplication formula. List every service you could offer: blog writing, social media management, email marketing, ad copywriting, video scripting, course creation, translation, basic coding. Create a Fiverr and Upwork profile for each service. Use ChatGPT to write compelling profile descriptions. Set competitive but profitable prices. When you get an order, use ChatGPT to create the first draft rapidly. Spend your actual time on refinement, personalization, and quality control. Deliver exceptional work ahead of schedule. This approach lets you handle 5 to 10 times more clients than traditional freelancers. They work 8 hours creating 1 blog post. You work 2 hours refining 5 blog posts. Same quality, 5 times the income. Advanced productivity techniques. The book emphasizes that ChatGPT's greatest value might not be creating new content, but enhancing everything you already do. Every email you write, every social post, every business document becomes better and faster. Cold outreach emails are perfect examples. The book shows creating an estate agency email targeting landlords. First attempt is solid. Then the author asks ChatGPT to make it more engaging and personal. The second version is dramatically better. Then he asks for it in the style of Elon Musk. The third version is completely different, edgy and memorable. This teaches a crucial lesson. Iteration creates excellence. Don't settle for the first output. Refine, adjust tone, add personality, request specific styles. Each iteration takes seconds but compounds value. Practical daily workflow. Start your morning by asking ChatGPT to prioritize your task list based on impact and urgency. Draft all routine emails using ChatGPT, then personalize them. Before any meeting, ask ChatGPT to generate discussion points and potential objections. For every piece of content you create, run it through ChatGPT for improvement suggestions. And each day by asking ChatGPT to analyze what you accomplished and suggest optimizations for tomorrow. Creating marketing campaigns. Professional marketing used to require agencies or extensive experience. The book demonstrates asking ChatGPT to act as an advertising agency and create a complete campaign for a new energy drink targeting young adults aged 18 to 30. ChatGPT delivered a comprehensive strategy, including target audience analysis, key messages, memorable slogans, media channel recommendations with specific platforms, detailed cost estimates for each channel including CPM and CPC rates, and additional promotional activities like influencer partnerships and sampling events. This is agency-level work delivered in 2 minutes. For a small business owner or entrepreneur, this kind of strategic thinking was previously inaccessible without spending thousands on consultants. Social media dominance strategy. Here's where ChatGPT becomes exponentially valuable. The book shows creating an Instagram post for an eco-friendly subscription-backed service. ChatGPT writes engaging copy with proper hashtags and calls to action. Then, with one simple prompt, repurpose this for Twitter, you get a condensed version perfect for Twitter's format. Now create a Facebook post and you have a slightly longer, more personal version. LinkedIn post and you have professional positioning. One research session, one core message, 5 platform-specific posts created in 5 minutes. Professional social media managers charge thousands monthly for this exact service. The critical quality control principle. Despite ChatGPT's power, the book emphasizes something vital. You are still the editor, the quality controller, the human touch. ChatGPT generates the raw material. Your job is adding personality, ensuring accuracy, matching your brand voice, and injecting genuine expertise. This is especially important for client work. If you're ghostwriting an ebook or creating a course, ChatGPT provides the structure and initial content. You must add unique insights, personal stories, specific examples, and that indefinable human quality that makes content truly resonate. Think of ChatGPT as an incredibly talented intern. It produces solid work quickly, but needs your guidance, expertise, and refinement to reach excellence. Avoiding the saturation trap. The book warns about low-barrier opportunities that will quickly become oversaturated. Low-content books like notebooks and coloring books, AI-generated stock photos, generic templates, these are easy to create but will flood markets rapidly. Instead, focus on value that requires human judgment, comprehensive courses with your unique teaching style, ebooks that solve specific problems with detailed solutions, custom software addressing niche needs, marketing campaigns requiring strategic thinking. These areas combine ChatGPT's efficiency with your irreplaceable human insight. Building sustainable systems. Here's how to think long-term. Every project you complete with ChatGPT should create 2 things: immediate income and reusable assets. When you create a course, you also create marketing templates you can reuse. When you write a comprehensive ebook, you create blog posts, social content, and email sequences from the same research. When you build software, you learn processes you can repeat for different solutions. Successful ChatGPT entrepreneurs don't complete one project and stop. They build systems. A YouTube channel becomes a course, becomes a coaching program, becomes a software tool, all serving the same audience with deepening value. Specific niche opportunities. The book provides concrete niche suggestions that work particularly well with ChatGPT. Personal development and self-improvement content, health and wellness guides, small business entrepreneurship resources, technology tutorials and guides, travel planning and adventure guides, personal finance education. Each of these has enormous markets, values quality content, and rewards consistency. Pick one niche, commit to it for 6 months. Use ChatGPT to create content across multiple formats: weekly blog posts, daily social media, monthly comprehensive guides, quarterly courses. document your process and teach others. This meta content about your content creation process becomes another income stream. Overcoming the learning curve. Many people try ChatGPT once, get mediocre results, and quit. The book emphasizes that mastery comes through experimentation. Try different prompts for the same task. Compare outputs. Notice what works. Refine your approach. The most successful users develop personal prompt libraries. When they discover a prompt structure that produces excellent results, they save it and modify it for similar future tasks. Over time, you build a collection of proven formulas that dramatically accelerate your work. Legal and ethical considerations. The book addresses important concerns. ChatGPT doesn't store your conversations to share with others, but you should avoid inputting truly confidential information. For client work, be transparent that you use AI tools while emphasizing the human expertise you add. For published content, especially books and courses, you own the copyright to ChatGPT's output, but you're responsible for accuracy and quality. The ethical approach: use ChatGPT to enhance your capabilities, not replace your judgment. Use it to work faster and better, not to deceive or produce substandard work. This sustainable approach builds reputation and repeat business. Understanding current limitations. ChatGPT has a knowledge cutoff, currently at late 2021 in the book's timeframe. It can't access current events or real-time data. It has output limits in single responses, though you can simply say continue to keep going. It struggles with sarcasm, irony, and nuanced humor. It can reflect biases from its training data. Knowing these limitations helps you work around them. For current information, combine ChatGPT with traditional research. For complex outputs, break requests into smaller pieces. For humor and personality, treat ChatGPT's output as the foundation you personalize. For important decisions, verify information through multiple sources. Here's what successful ChatGPT entrepreneurs discover. Month 1, you're learning the tools and creating your first income stream. It's slow, maybe a few $100s. Month 2, you understand the patterns and create faster, maybe $1,000. Month 3, you have multiple streams starting to compound, $2,000 to $3,000. Month 6, you have courses selling, books generating royalties, freelance clients, and YouTube ad revenue. $5,000 to $10,000 monthly becomes realistic. This isn't hype. This is the documented pattern when you consistently apply these methods. The key word? Consistently. Most people quit in week 2 when results aren't immediate. The winners push through the learning phase and reach the compounding phase. Your immediate action plan. Here's exactly what to do after watching this video. Today, spend 30 minutes exploring ChatGPT if you haven't already. Ask it questions. Try the act as prompts. Get comfortable with the interface. Tomorrow, choose one income stream from this video. Just one. Commit to it fully. Day 3 through 7, use the implementation steps I provided to create your first product or service offering. Day 8 through 14, refine and launch. Get it into the market even if it's not perfect. Day 15 through 30, market consistently and create your second product while the first gains traction. 90 days from today, you should have 3 to 5 income streams at various stages of development. Some will work better than others. Double down on what works. This is how you build real, sustainable income with ChatGPT. Final thoughts. The ChatGPT revolution isn't coming. It's here. Right now, while you're watching this, thousands of people are building businesses, creating products, and generating income using exactly these methods. The question isn't whether this works. The evidence is overwhelming. The question is whether you'll take action. You have 2 choices. You can watch this video, think, that's interesting, and continue your current path. Or you can recognize this as the genuine opportunity it is and start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The beautiful thing about ChatGPT is it eliminates excuses. You don't need technical skills. You don't need expensive software. You don't need a team. You need curiosity, consistency, and commitment to learning. Everything else, ChatGPT provides. Remember, every single person who's now making thousands monthly with ChatGPT started at zero. They watched a video like this, took action, stumbled through the learning curve, and broke through to success. You can do exactly the same thing. The tools are available, the markets are open, the timing is perfect. So here's my challenge to you. Before this video ends, commit to one specific action. Write it down. Tell someone about it. Make it real. Maybe it's creating your first ebook outline. Maybe it's setting up a Fiverr profile. Maybe it's scripting your first YouTube video. Whatever it is, commit now and execute today. If you found this valuable and you're serious about implementation, subscribe to Millionaire Playbook right now. We're building a community of action takers who turn knowledge into results. Drop a comment telling me which income stream you're starting with. I read every comment and often provide additional guidance. Your financial future isn't determined by your current situation. It's determined by the actions you take in the next 90 days. ChatGPT just handed you the tools. Now, go build something extraordinary.